This is my intro music. Welcome to the video. I hope you like it lots, so don't forget to subscribe and click the thumbs up button. Now let's react.
Hey, hi, hello there, and welcome to another episode of us watching glitter and lasers do weird shit on the internet. I don't know what to tell you guys. I really don't. Today, I know this says Lindsay. Yeah, we're watching Lindsay. If you have not experienced the joy that is Lindsay, who are you? Why are you here? We're gonna watch Lindsay real fast. This is a 5-minute video on Lindsay's channel, and the reason we're going to watch this is some of you may not know yet. Some of you may or may not know that Anna filters the ever-loving bejesus out of her videos, and because of that, she gets some really interesting filter fails. And some of them are really hard to notice. And so there's been debate, not so much debate, but there is debate here and there over, when is she, when isn't she using the filters, And I was one of the last people to be like, I don't know, guys, maybe she's not using the filters, maybe not so much. Now I've been a convert, yes, for a while now. I am protesting the Viking princess bullshit, by the way. In case you were wondering, and my background's failing. I don't care anymore. Anyway, we're going to watch this because Lindsay catches probably one of the most blatant filters that Anna has ever had. And there's another channel called Weird Wicked Wednesday, and she has an entire video going over some more harder to spot, but still kind of blatant once they're pointed out filters that Anna uses, where it basically just like filters out her entire like leg crease basically. And it's just like Weird Wicked Wednesday's argument is like, if you're the confidence queen and you really are this confident in your body, why are you using filters in the first place? Just get over it. And we'll probably discuss a few more. Well, we will discuss a few more filter things as we go, because we will switch over to Anna's TikTok here in a bit, her 2 TikToks, and we'll go over her Instagram like we usually do. But I want to go over this one on Lindsay's because Lindsay really kind of zooms in so that you can really see Anna and her magical arms. It's crazy, you guys. Once you see it, it's crazy. I am going to speed Lindsay up a little bit. It is a 5-minute video. Lindsay's videos tend to be very short. Yep, we're going to speed her up. Lindsay's from the Midwest. I can't believe I haven't liked this video. It's 4 days old. What's wrong with me? Lindsay's from the Midwest, so she has a wonderful accent. She pronounces words correctly, by the way. Screw the rest of you. And I'm trying to make sure we got everything else going correctly. All right. Thank you to everybody who's been supporting the channel. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to my members. You guys rock. Thank you to everybody who's going to hit the thumbs up button. I'm glad you all have been enjoying the longer form content. We will get back to some of that here in a bit, but I don't know. Anna's like a vacation. Anna's like a vacation from the harder corners of girl world. Anyway, these are my Raycons. Dear Raycon, if you would like to do a sponsorship, hit me up. These things are pretty freaking cool. I don't think Anna ever got around to reviewing Raycons because I don't think they ever got around to sponsoring her. But these things are pretty nice. I got them on sale. I would 100%. I like these things. They're comfortable. They do what they're supposed to do. Do I have my sound running correctly? Let's find out.
Well, hello there. I am back, and today we are going to take a look at a little filter fail from Glitter and Lasers. And before we get into that, let's talk about where I've been. Where have I been? I was on vacation. I'm back now. And
Okay, I love you, Lindsay, but we're not going to talk about your vacation. Okay, we are queued up. Lindsay went on vacation. I hope you enjoyed it. Yes, this is a bagel wearing a little glitter bow and has a gold. I don't know where the gold kettlebell came from, but I think it's funny. I think the bagel actually needs to have like a barbell or be carrying those 2 little suitcase rack things that Anna fell on because I'm petty. But that's what I think it should have. But You know, Lindsay decorates her bagel. Lindsay decorates her bagels however Lindsay wants to decorate her bagels. Okay.
To this. All right. I was hoping to do like a little recap, but then when I was going in for content, I noticed this immediately, and I don't think that this is something that people can miss. What do you notice about glitter right now? Could it be that her arms are 3 feet long, 4 feet? And how did those plates get so tiny?
The other thing I really notice here, other than her plates are really, really smeared, that's, I think another thing, because she's going to explain all of the ways that the filter is completely distorting this image here in a second. But I think the fact that these plates are so distorted is another reason why people can't really get a good grasp on what weight Anna is lifting. And it's because the filters distort the size of the plates. And so it's hard to eyeball them. And of course, she's so far away, you can't really read what it is. So I think that kind of contributes to it. Also, like, her posture here is bizarre. Because, like, let's play a game for a minute. Let's pretend like, you know, this is Anna's spine. Right? So here would be her shoulders, right? Supposedly. This is her boutoir, which would mean her legs are here, right? Which would make her hips here. Right? Here's her shoulders. So here's her hips, here's her shoulders. Her body would have to be doing like this. Her spine would have to be doing this. I'm not saying her spine can't be doing that. I'm just saying this is a silhouette that you would see in like the Victorian era where they would use a bustle to make themselves look like they had that ass. Because your spine doesn't actually do that. But that's like, her filter has shoved her torso forward and pulled her back end so far back. It's actually like literally moved her torso off of her legs. Like, her torso is here. I wish I could draw on my screen. All right. I had to play around for a minute. All right. Anyway, see here, like, the way the filter has like altered her at this point, like, she has to. I'm not saying her spine isn't doing this. Don't get me wrong. It could very well be, because Anna has shit posture. But like the way that the filter has kind of sort of altered her whole physique here. Yeah, physiology. Maybe that's the word I'm looking for. Anyway, her ass and her legs are this green circle. I know, this is very high tech. And this orangey yellowy kind of circle up here. Maybe I should say greeny yellow. Orangey yellowy circle up here. This is her torso, her upper body, and her gunt. And this blue line, that's her spine, or where-ish about her spine would be. Like, that's weird. Right? That's strange. Anyway. I just wanted to share that. Anyhow, back to the video.
This just shows that the filters that glitter uses are working overtime, trying to make her body appear smaller. Also, look down at his leg. His foot has basically disappeared there on the bottom. His extra foot. Her coach is looking like a skinny legend, and we know this guy's a beefcake. He's big. He's got muscle.
Her coach.
She's got him over in the corner of this video, looking like a skinny legend, and those arms be arming. Those are some long arms. All right, let's push play. Watch.
Okay, watch
normal
this.
Arms.
This is insane, guys. You have to watch this. Let me see if I can. Hang on. You have to see this. Hang on. We're just gonna do this for this one time. Watch this.
Go-Go-Gadget arm.
That's insane. Watch.
Normal arms.
Did you see that? They're like telescopic arms, you guys. You got to watch that again. I'm sorry.
Watch. Normal arms.
That is insane. It's so freaking obvious. It is insane. Absolutely insane. All right, so that's what I wanted you to see in Lindsay's video. I'll have the whole video linked down below so you can go listen to Lindsay tell you about her vacation and just listen to her fabulous accent, because you should. You should feel privileged to hear her accent. All right, let me see if I can get this all fixed. All right, so back to Viking Princess Lifts. We've already watched this. This is what men supporting women in the gym looks like. 3 dudes sitting around watching a woman struggle to lift up a giant boulder. Nobody shamed me. Nobody made comments about, excuse me, my weight. Instead, they focused on reminding me through a hard exercise that I was capable and that I could do this. It made the doing lighter because they believed in me. If you want to help women be healthier, start making the spaces they seek lifestyle changes in safe for them to do so. Shout out to Big Tex Gym, Austin, Texas, and Iron Forge Gym Mount MTX. Sorry, I can't read. For being shining examples of the types of places gyms can and should be. Much love to cybernetic strongmen at Parks and Recs and Dom Coast. Okay, anyway. Yay, shout out to people. I told you all I used to do LARP and I used to do combat. And the guys that would there were a couple assholes, don't get me wrong. There always are. But for the most part, the guys in my fighting company were really awesome. And I used to do competition. We would have competitions, you guys. Anyway, there were not a lot of women who would do the fighting because, I mean, even though it was a boffer fight, you still had to get hit. I mean, yes, they were boffer weapons. Yes, they were foam covered PVC pipe, but you still had to get hit, and it still hurt. It would still hurt. And you always had that one asshole who had to swing hard because he had to prove that he could hit the hardest. So, you know, you still had that kind of shit. But for the most part, you know, I'm with her there. You know, you want women to participate in stuff, you got to be encouraging. But the same thing with guys. Like, you want men to participate and you want them to participate in a way that is not destructive. You need to be encouraging of that behavior as well and be discouraging of the dude who has to hit the hardest. You got to discourage that shit too. That's not healthy for anyone either. But anyway, so I don't know. I don't disagree with her on this one, and I don't really have anything to say. You know, these guys, they're not mocking her. They're not doing anything wrong. I don't really have anything to say about this one, to be perfectly honest with you. All right, this one, Anna's getting a lot of flack for. Hating on other people won't make you happier. Depends on the people I'm hating on. Some days you show up feeling weak, then your coach makes you try something you think is impossible and way out of your reach, then you just do it and everything changes. I've wanted to be able to do a dead hang for years, and today I learned I can. Hang in there, baby. I walked away at the end because I was embarrassed. I was crying. Everything makes you cry. Don't you think you should go to therapy for that? Everything makes you cry. Like, everything makes you cry. Good things make you cry. Bad things make you cry. Neutral things make you cry. Everything makes you cry. I would go to the therapist. I would call my therapist and be like, everything's making me cry. Something's not right. Anyway. I mean, this was potentially the best day I've ever had in the gym. This is something I felt would happen. Okay, hang on. This is me. This is something I felt wouldn't happen for me until I lost significantly more weight. I guess my body is way more capable than I was giving it credit for. I'll let this play just because I know not everyone has seen it, but this is the first one Anna does of the dead hang, she says. I'm going to turn it down. Or I'm not going to turn it down. because all she does is pretty much scream at the end of it. Okay. Good for her. Cool. I don't know if you needed to hang there and scream, oh my god, 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 oh my god. Just hang there calmly until you let go. And then, yeah, I can see being pumped about it, because that's what that was at the end. That was being pumped about it. Cool. I understand. The screaming part all the way through it, little much. It was a lot. That was a lot. That was embarrassing. That was cringe. But it's Anna. However, she shared this on TikTok. Well, we're on TikTok. And apparently, yeah, this has gone viral. And she's got a lot of comments on here that are, well, it's TikTok. I don't know what you want me to tell you. And I know it's gotten shared around on X. And yeah, it's a stupid clip. I'm sorry. I'm personally glad that she tried it. I'm impressed that her arms didn't pop out of socket. I'm not even being sarcastic. She's like 550 some odd pounds. I don't care what she says. The girl is big. I'm impressed she could hold her own weight there and not do some damage to her shoulders. So, props. This is not the last time we see her do this. I do want to watch the next one. Yeah, okay. Okay, I know we're not going to listen to the music. And Anna hangs. Why is she holding her breath? Aren't you supposed to breathe through that? Anyway. Anna dead hangs for 30 seconds. 31 seconds, almost 32 seconds. Now, I just got done watching Ilona, and Ilona says she has a hot take on this one. And Anna says, new achievement unlocked, baby's first dead hang. Technically, I did do a short one before this just to see if I could. That was the one where she was shrieking the whole time. I actually was pretty convinced I couldn't, but shout out to my coach who pushes me to always give it a try before I say I can't. Turns out that not only can I do dead hangs, I can do them for a pretty respectable amount of time. It's nice to have such a tangible result of all training, hard work, and effort I've been putting in. I could do this when I started. I couldn't do this when I started, and now I can. Grrr. I don't know if you can see that. I think I flexed where you couldn't see it. Anyway, my point is, I watched Ilona's take on this, and Ilona said that she looked up the time, and I guess this is actually pretty average. So, kudos. I'm now curious how long I can dead hang from something. I don't have anything I can dead hang from, but I'm curious. I need to go to the gym. Point being, I'm not going to knock her for it. And she did it quietly. I don't understand. Aren't you supposed to breathe? Maybe if she breathed, she could have hung longer. I don't know. Are you supposed to hold your breath? I feel like if you're holding your breath, it's going to, shorten the amount of time you can hang there. But I don't know. Her coach wasn't telling her to breathe. So I don't know. Maybe there's a trick to this. I'll have to look up how to properly dead hang before I go try it myself. That being said, I'm not going to knock her for the dead hang. I do think her little test hang at the one that we watched before this, where she's shrieking the entire time, I think it's a bit much. But these, as Ilona was pointing out, these are feats of physical capability, unlike her lifting. And I'll put Ilona's video down below so you can go watch it yourself, because she does a far better job of explaining this than I do. But I do agree with Ilona on the fact that this is actually a lot more impressive to see than Anna's half-assed lifts, her shitty form, and her lecturing us about how to lift weight when Anna's been doing this for like less than 3 months now. So, am I going to take advice from Anna on how to dead hang? No, I am not. Do I think it's impressive that Anna can dead hang for 30, 31, 32 seconds with all of that weight on her arms, especially since she has EDS and she probably shouldn't be doing that? Yes, I think that's impressive. Do I think it's like, you know, award-winningly impressive? No, I think it's impressive that she's like capable of doing it. Period. Full stop. Right? If Anna really does have EDS and she really does have like all the crap wrong with her that she claims she has wrong with her, should she be doing it? That's an argument for another time. But overall, I think this honestly is probably one of the most impressive things I've seen her do. You know, could she do better? Probably with training. Is she going to end up doing better? I don't know. I'm still impressed she's still doing this 3 months in. So, you know, I'm constantly the one on here being like, I really hope she sticks with this. As much shit as I give her, I really hope she sticks with this. I will say that, like, filters or no filters, I do feel like I'm starting to see some difference in her. Some physically, like, I feel like her posture is, like, when she's not lifting weights, I do feel like her posture overall has gotten better. It's hard to say if her physical appearance has changed just because she filters herself so hard. It's hard to say if any, you know, when is it filtering and when is it not. Also, she wears compression. So how much of that is compression and how much of it isn't, you know? So that I can't really speak to, but I feel like I'm starting to see some changes, but that could just be wishful thinking. I will say that as I was talking at the beginning of the video, that Weird Wicked Wednesday did a facial overlay. Now, it was literally just 2 pictures that she found of Anna, but she tried real hard to get them to be fairly similar in facial expression. And then she got them to be relatively the same in size. And she was doing that whole like fade in, fade out kind of a thing that you do. And she's kind of making the argument that Anna's roughly around the same size that she was at her largest. It's an interesting argument. It's hard to do those kind of things. So, but it's an interesting argument. I'll link that one down below too, just since I brought it up in the video. If you guys want to go watch that one as well. It's part of her Confidence Queen video. And yeah, if you guys want to go witness that one. But right now we're talking about Anna's TikTok. So I don't know. I know a lot of people don't see any major difference at all. And I'm not claiming I see a huge difference. I just think maybe her posture is a lot better. And that's like, I think the only thing I really noticed. When she was at that party in that dress that I didn't like, where she was snarfing down cannoli cream out of the tube, I just felt like her overall posture was better than I've seen it before. And that's all I've got. That back flex thing that she was doing, nah. If anything, her arms look like they've gained some weight. But that could just be recon, guys. She's what is that called? Is that called recon? Where your body's I'm going to say it wrong. I don't know these things. Anyway. Imagine hating on me being excited about this. That face? For those who don't know my story over the past year, Anna, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. People don't care. And the more you try to make them care, and the more you try to shame the internet into caring, the worse it's gonna get. And you have been on the internet long enough to know better than to do this. So, the only reason I can think that you're doing this is for sympathy. Because you and I both know this ain't gonna do shit. Except make you look like poor pitiful Anna. All the big bad trolls are coming out to attack me. Wah wah Anna. Everybody needs to come protect poor little Anna. You and I both know this is how the internet works. You know, if you put something on the internet that makes you look like this, people are going to say shit. Because that's how the internet rolls. It's a shitty place. And when you put something out there, when you look like that, people are going to say things. I got called a man the other day. Somebody thought that was funny. That's how the internet rolls, Anna. So you putting up this fucking post here going, for those of you who don't know what my story is. Uh-huh. I bet you got some really good comments on this one too, didn't you? Idiot. Anyway. I went through four lipedema removal surgeries, not that you can tell, 9 months ago, and had fibroids caused by the condition removed from my arms, leaky blood vessels repaired. No, you didn't. No, that wasn't part of it. Excess skin removed. No, not really. You had liposuction from your arms and then had that skin removed. And basically a full reconstructive surgery on my arms. Yeah, that's what you had done. There was no excess skin removal as far as I'm aware. No? Did she have other excess skin removed? Other than the arms? Were they effectively just liposuctioned all the fat off of her arms and then removed the skin? Am I forgetting the stage? I need to go back, I guess. After that surgery, I had brutal recovery due to my body rejecting all my stitches. That is true. It was hell. Prior to my operation, Prior to my operation, I could not hold my hands above my head without anti-inflammatory medication. That is not true. That is not true. You were on some GLP-1 that I can't remember the name of, that you were on for weight loss purposes at the time. It wasn't until after you went off of them to prepare for your lipedema liposuctions that you then decided that the medications were not for weight loss purposes, but instead were for anti-inflammatory purposes. You were never on them for anti-inflammatory purposes. And now I believe you are supposedly on the GLP-1s again, only this time you're claiming they're for anti-inflammatory purposes. Supposedly. But I'm not entirely sure if she is on any GLP-1s right now, because she's not appearing to be losing weight. When she was on them last time, she did actually look like she was losing weight. This time, she doesn't appear to be losing weight. Anyway, where were we? Now I can do dead hangs without medical support. So I'm going to guess with that statement that she is not taking GLP-1s for anti-inflammatory purposes. Are we to take that statement to mean that she is not taking any form of anti-inflammatory medications, including a GLP-1? And or if she is on a GLP-1, it is not for anti-inflammatory purposes? Is that how we are to read this particular? I'm taking a screenshot of this one. She has a habit of coming in and editing things after getting called on shit. To say I'm excited is the understatement of the century. They don't know your struggles. They don't get to decide your wins. Make them personal. Make them count. Make them happy. Anna, if you truly were unbothered by this, if none of this truly bothered you, you wouldn't have made this post. If none of this actually bothered you, you wouldn't have made this post. Because you wouldn't have had a need to. Because you would have been like, okay, and you would have moved on with life, as opposed to not only making this post, I still have it muted, but making a cutie little video to go along with it, once again showing us your horrific surgery. Is it any wonder those didn't heal right? Anyway. What's this one? This is a new one. If you spend too much time in the past... Nope. If you spend too much time in the past, you waste the energy you need to make your future, hearts. Focusing on my future helps me make changes positively. God, I cannot read today. I'm so sorry. I am living life differently because I want to be able to do and achieve more. People may argue that analyzing my past will unlock what changes need to be made, but candidly, I need to take that word out of her language. I find it leads me to frustration over choices I can't fix. People may argue that analyzing my past will unlock what changes need to be made, but I find it leads me to frustration over choices I can't fix. Okay, I think so. Since I started making changes based on the goals I am chasing right now, it seems less daunting to make baby steps. To take baby steps. I'm making progress little by little, by little, by little, by little, by little. Most importantly, the changes are sticking, are they? Because they aren't born out of shame. They're born out of possibility. I don't know if I've ever shamed myself into the gym. That's some pretty powerful magic. Is there music to this?
Why did she get so big? Why is she so fat? Here's a little secret. I don't think about what got me here. In fact, I try to waste as little time as possible thinking about things I simply cannot change.
Be savage, not average. That's kind of a fun little painting in the background.
This is where my body is right now.
Yeah, how'd it get there, Anna? Did you wake up one day?
And what I'm focused on is how I can get to the next goal.
So I was watching Lot's lifts, yeah? And Lot was explaining that, because I wasn't entirely sure. I figured he was training her to do something with this thing. And I wasn't entirely sure what he was doing, but Lot kind of explained it, that this is a strap and he's clearly pulling the bar away from her. But I was like, yeah, but why? And apparently Lot thinks, if you don't watch Lot lifts, I don't know what's wrong with you. Lot seems to think that he's pulling the bar away from Anna to force her to pull the bar closer to her, to kind of help correct her form, because her form's shit. And Lot said something about she needs to hold the bar tighter to her body when she's pulling it up. I don't lift yet. Thinking about taking it up. So I guess that's what the strap is for, is to basically gently pull the bar away from Anna's body to force her to pull it tighter towards her body. Not to like yank it away from her, obviously, just to cause a little bit of pull away so that Anna has to basically correct her form in order to pull the bar up correctly. I think it's a nifty little trick, and it kind of explains what the hell's going on there. And I thought I'd like to share. And I also thought I'd share who I got it from. So I'll link Lot's Lifts video down below as well, since I've mentioned it.
I'm not wasting my time chasing.
Did you put the camera on the weights? Do you want to break your camera? Because that's how you break your camera. Have you not watched, like, gym fail videos? What's wrong with you, Anna? I mean, yeah, sure, I guess it's a fun, like, angle, but for fuck's sake, Anna. Have you not watched those videos where the people put their phones on the fucking weight machine and then immediately smash them with the weights? Idiot.
My past. I'm investing everything in chasing my future.
You can just see how wobbly her arms are when she does these kind of lifts. I love when she makes her little inspirational videos to make you feel so like, woo! All right, let's see. This is back on, this probably looks all funky weird. Yeah. We are on Anna's actual Glitter and Lasers channel. This one's just, sorry, I had to turn the music off. The only reason why I wanted to watch, bleh. The only reason I wanted to watch this one is because I really like this skirt. I wish she'd steamed it out. I don't know if this slit is supposed to be so open. I think it's supposed to be more overlapped, but I really like this skirt. It's very unusual for her to wear something that I really like, but I dig this skirt. Some days, even the best of us struggle to feel more at home in our bodies. Our bodies. On those days, I take time to do something that reconnects me to my body and helps me remember the ways it shows up and supports me daily by taking cringy ass pictures of me at my spa at my extremely expensive apartment. She has the fakest smile. The sauna has become the place where I sweat out the trauma. Okay. And spend time reflecting on how much my body is capable of. I don't know if it's the heat or just actively making a designated space in my day for gratitude and self-reflection, but it's working for me. For me. I don't know who this person is, but they've commented before, and I just really think their like little screen name is fucking hilarious. I'm too old for TikTok. I'm sorry. I don't know who you are, but your screen name makes me giggle every time I see it. You're probably some kind of raging asshole, but I think your screen name is amazing. Anyway, I don't care about Anna's pictures. I don't care about Anna's sauna. I really don't. Nope, stop. She's just tone deaf. That's really all I care about, honestly. I do think her bathing suit's cute. Is there sound to this? Yeah, there's sound. It's music. They say I'm too much. Anna, they don't say you're too much. They say you're cringe as fuck. There's two different statements. I'm born to live extra. Is that what's your next, that's what your next book gonna be called? Born to Live Extra by Glitter and Lasers. Confidence Queen. Toxic Positivity Queen. If I'm too much, go find less. Done. Some people just can't handle a little spice. Obsessed with this new song from Meghan Trainor. You know what? I'm sure right after you added Meghan Trainor, she was like, oh my God! Glitter and Lasers added me in her TikTok! Ah! I'm so very sorry for that. I too like Meghan Trainor. Some of Meghan Trainor's songs. I get that reference. I'm going to tag Meghan Trainor in this video. I'm so sorry. What's the rest of the video? I'm sorry. She can't even like cut the video where she's fully all the way away. Okay, here's where you cut the video. Because your badonka butt's done walked away, you know, like you got all that bass. It's all the way away. You don't cut it right as you're starting to turn around again. The point is you walked away. You're not coming back. You've left us. You left us behind. We're not good enough for you. We can't handle all that. You don't turn around and come back. Now I know I got you. I know you're not for real. I know you're going to come back. I'm sorry. It's stupid. I'm sorry. Am I? Instagram, let's go. Okay, I lied. We're not going to Instagram. We're going over to the place that can't be named. If you know, you know. If you don't, sorry. I hate being like that, but if you know, you know. There's one I want to watch because this one, if there's no sound, it's because it's got copyright music. I'm apologizing now. This is one of the few how it started that I will not give her shit for. Because, except for this is, she walked from the parking lot from that one. Don't get me wrong. The weightlifting thing, complete bullshit. Has nothing to do with her hiking. I can't loop these, can I? No. All right. I can't loop them from here. Can I? Oh, I can. Here we go. Look at me learning shit. Her huffing and puffing up this thing here. I forget where they're at. But she was actually trying to hike here. All right. I can't remember if this was Hawaii or somewhere else. It probably was. But Anna, back in the day, was incredibly delusional about her capabilities. And she was incredibly delusional about her capabilities and thought she could hike with the best of them. So this is actually a hiking fail. To my remembrance, as Amber would say. So these little hiking clips here, now I believe that this one was, I don't remember where this is, honestly, but the hiking parts, not the weightlifting parts, that one had nothing to do with weightlifting. So that part, all of her little weightlifting clips here, that's all bullshit. How it's going with the weightlifting, bullshit. But the hiking part, yeah, it actually has, her hiking capabilities, I will give her credit, have actually improved from that first clip, right? Again, weightlifting had nothing to do with that. But again, her hiking capabilities have improved. Weightlifting, nothing to do with that bullshit. And that's the one where she fell over and busted her knee up. The knee that she's going to bitch about here in a minute. Right? So I will give her partial credit on this how it started, how it's going one, only because this was a hiking thing. She did start off not being able to hike very well. And now she is capable of, of actually doing longer distance hikes. Don't get me wrong. Some of these I was highly critical of because was it this one? I think it was this one that was the high altitude hike that she decided to do by herself and then bitched about not being able to breathe during. And I was like, okay, let's pretend like you keel over and because you can't breathe because you have altitude sickness and now you're going to black out and potentially die. Now what, Anna? Don't get me wrong. I was very critical of that one, but I think this is the one where the guy who took her hiking had to feed her an Uncrustable every hour, 2 hours, something like that. He basically fed her an Uncrustable every 2 hours to keep her going, kind of like a breadcrumb trail. But she did it. 10 miles. Took her 10 hours. Yeah, it was a mile an hour. So every 2 hours she got an Uncrustable. And she was loopy. Fucking loopy by the end of that one. So the weightlifting though, the weightlifting and this thing, those have nothing to do with this. This has nothing to do with the weightlifting, as usual. But anyway, how's that one turning out? Yeah. All right. So Anna is apparently sick again, per usual. That's right. She says, I was going to try and shoot a look today. Well, this is a look. That's looking like a bit of a pipe dream since I'm definitely headed back to bed. Here's all my selects for the equal sale that's going on right now. Maybe later I'll show a cute fit featuring some of the items on there. Maybe not. Either way, so shop it before all sells out, but here's the link. No. Now, she says, knee is fully back in business. Your girl is ready to crush some new goals. The only reason I wanted to show... Well, okay, there's two reasons. Again, there's no sound. One of the things I wanted to talk about here is, again, I've been watching a lot of Lindsay and the other workout girlies. And that is that Lindsay was saying, do not lock your knees out when you do this, that it's very, very bad. And since Anna's already bitching about her knee being bad, you probably don't want to do that. I think even I knew not to do the knee lockout thing on these. You want to keep them kind of like soft. Anyway, soft. I watch way too much other reactors. Anyhow, her knee has been she's had a bum knee. Well, she's always had bad knees, so this isn't a new thing really. But recently she fell while doing one of her strongman training exercises. She fell and she fell for starts. And when she came down, it looks like her knee came down on this like rack she was carrying that had weights on it. And it looks like she kind of banged her knee on the side of that. So I imagine her knee probably does hurt pretty bad. So there you have that. Is he standing there with her bag between his legs? Why? Who's going to steal her bag? Who's going to steal that? It's not like it's not like anybody doesn't know that's not her backpack. That is like the one benefit of having everything bright pink. Everyone knows it's yours. Anyhow. So that was like the only two things I wanted to talk about, was that Lindsay was saying don't lock your knees out when you do these kind of exercises because it's actually bad for your knee. And then also she's had a bum knee for a really long time at this point, but I don't really feel like she's slowed down on her knee pacing. But she has a chef. Yes, she has a coach. One would assume he knows what he's doing. One would assume. You know what happens when you assume. Yeah. All right, a couple things I want to talk about before we're completely gone. This picture is apparently the picture that she sent in for her competition that is in January, February, March. I have to count, I'm sorry. Which is coming up quickly because we're halfway through November, December, January, February, March. December, January, February, March. 4.5 months. So we're 4.5 months away from her first competition. Yes. So people think this image is AI, and it's definitely been altered. Even Anna has admitted Even Anna has admitted that this image has been altered, but Anna says that it has only been altered in that there, I guess, was a guy back here on one of the bikes. As you can see, that there's definitely been something weird going on here. And she says she edited the guy out of the picture in the background. Why did you take a picture while there was a dude in the background? I don't know. Why not wait until after he left? Why not find a different angle? Why not go anywhere else and take the picture? But this is Anna's competition picture. It's going to go up on the website for the Riveter Strong Woman competition. I think next time we do one of these, because we're coming up on an hour now, I think next time we do one of these, we're going to go check out some of the other strong women on the Riveter Strong Women site, just to kind of see what Anna's competition looks like. Anna's going to be in the, I guess, the novice heavyweight 165 plus category. So I think what we'll do in the next video is actually learn what's going to happen here. I think that's what we should do. I think we should go educate ourselves. Maybe that's what we should do. Now, reasons people think that this might be edited more than it is. Apparently there's some thoughts about the lighting being different at the top than the bottom. The bar is crooked because Anna is crooked. One of her arms is stronger than the other, and she always holds her bar crooked. That doesn't mean it's not further edited. It just means like the bar is usually crooked. I know I saw some people trying to compare the depth of these lines in the backgrounds. I mean, it could be an angle thing. It could be a proportion thing. I don't know. What am I thinking of? Perspective. There we are. Words. It could be a perspective thing. I think the thing that catches my attention the most as far as like alteration here is this little bit of her body here where the shirt is puckering because it's so tight, but yet she still has like this significant dip with her waist, and it's just like, how do you have this much waist but yet your shirt's this tight? There should be like, you would think the shirt would be loose and that would be a different set of lines on the shirt, but whatever. You know, if this is the picture that Anna wants to submit for her competition, then whatever. You know, the carpet's going a different direction here. If that's the picture that Anna wants to submit, let Anna submit this picture. It's obviously been altered. Clearly, the competition doesn't care. You know, they got this picture and they're just like, well, alrighty then. Because when we go look at some of the other pictures that have been submitted, you'll see why I'm going, yep. Anyway, the last thing we're going to look at is an even better close-up of this fabulous filter fail that Lindsay gave us. Because I'm sorry, we have to watch this one more time. It is just abso-fucking-lutely stunning. Just absolutely stunning. How did you not see this in your own video, Anna? Okay, are you guys ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? It's just like it's bizarre as fuck. It's like somebody typed in to an AI generator to generate me an image of Anna doing an overhead press, and it made this. That's what this is. That's what this is. It's like, it's so fucking bizarre. It's so bizarre. I don't do a lot of AI stuff. I don't do a lot of imagey stuff with AI. So when I see it, it still kind of blows my mind. This is just filters. This is just Anna not being careful with her filters. Anyway. Alrighty, y'all. So, all right, if you've made it this far in the video, we're gonna leave it. Where are we going? Go-Go-Gadget extendo arms. There we go. That's where we're leaving it. All right. If you've made it this far in the video, go ahead and leave us a... I don't know, man. We've gone over a lot. Go ahead and leave us a big pumped up arm, because I don't think we've used that yet. Go ahead and leave us a big old pumped up arm in the comment section as your emoji. I don't know. Let us know what you guys think. Do your arms do this when you do an overhead press? Is this an overhead press? Have I been calling it the wrong thing? I was calling it Tom Brady in the Rosie video that I did. Good times. It's Wayne Brady. Too late now. So yeah, is this even an overhead press? Okay, anyhow. But do your arms do this when you press weight above your head? Do they Go-Go-Gadget extend all the way above your head like that? Is that how that works? Oh Lord. What's your favorite part that we've gone over today? What are your theories here? Anna apparently was supposed to be in Mexico for, I guess, John's wedding. I don't know why I know that. I mean, I know she's sick, and I know she was supposed to be in a wedding in Mexico because Anna told us that on her stories. I don't know how I know that it's John's wedding. I don't know why I know that. I suspect I know why I know that, and I don't like it, but it's too late now. But I think it's kind of interesting that Anna got sick right around the time that it's time for John to get married and can't go to Mexico for John's wedding. I think that's kind of sus, to be perfectly honest with you. But here we are. So, but Anna's once again sick. It's not COVID, though. It's some super special form of the flu, because Anna can't just get the flu. She has to get the special kind of the flu. I don't know. Is it different than the normal flu? Yeah, I guess. How? I don't know, because Anna has it. And Anna's flu is more special than your flu. So there you have that. Have you ever, what other really obvious filter fails have you guys noticed? I know there's one where she was, again, doing another bar press, but the bar like goes through her face. I thought that one was kind of interesting. That's been a while, though. That's the one that's been a while. Why do you think she uses the filters? Is she supposed to be the confidence queen? And I mean, you can only filter so much. It's not like she tries to filter herself down to like a size 10, you know? So why filter yourself at all? Just let it go, right? What's the benefit? In my head, I don't understand the benefit of filtering yourself at all, right? It's not like she can make herself look like Kim Kardashian, you know? So what's the point? Just stop it. I get the skin smoothing filters. I get wanting to make the wrinkles go away. I understand all of that. I really do. I understand wanting to maybe smooth her leg skin out. I can get that part of it. But like the snatching of the waist, the like literal reducing of her overall size, like you're 500, almost 600 pounds. Like, why are you bothering? Just let it go. But anyway, all right. Your emoji is a flexed arm. You're going to the gun show. Let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you to everybody who's been supporting the channel. Thank you to my subscribers. Thank you to my members. You guys rock. Thank you to everybody who's going to hit the thumbs up button. Yeah, if you guys are interested in viewing these before everybody else, don't forget to become a member. And that's all I've got for you guys. Let me know how much you like my costume. It's good. I didn't tighten my apron, and so everything's like slouching forward. And that's what I get for being lazy. So there you go. And I will see everybody in the next video where we're going to learn about this damn strong woman competition. That's what we're going to do. And I'll see everybody there.
This
Bye.
is my outro music. You can't copyright strike me because it's just me singing. This is my outro music. Thank you for watching. See you next time.